Well, good evening, brothers and sisters. Alive, dwelling in the garden, Saigon, it's now. This episode, entering the pearly gates of heaven. Because it's turtle time. And this is the Stickman Files. These are the revelations that I receive, and I digest them and then put them on my whiteboard to deliver the message. They call me Rodney Josephson. That's my YouTube number, 3041. Yes, but before we get into it, let's just relax, because we need to be balanced and grounded, level-headed, as they would say, calm. Yes, this is the garden, right here, the kingdom of heaven. I think it's going to rain in a bit, so I think we'll begin the show. Okay, as you can see, the pearly gates, and there's the stick man, or any man or woman, and the gates are open. Believe no man or machine. The ones that may say things that you must do X to achieve Y, or other contradicting concepts or ideas that you have to jump through hoops to achieve something. What that means is that you have everything in you. No man on the outside or other can say otherwise, because that is the so-called emanation of oneness. You are a fractal of the oneness of the all, just like these plants and my body here and your body. Your being. So the absolute, infinite, invisible, indefinable, which the absolute means loosen, set free, complete. That's the etymology of that word. And this is out of Gnostic and Kabbalistic, also Buddhist ideas, these concepts. Light, so transcendent. Timothy 6:16. The light that you can't how do you say it? I'm trying to interpret how the stickman told me, and also reading out of scripture. The emanation of so-called the creation, the creator, is light. Of course, then you have dark as well, but the light is there. But can you come meet the light? No, it's everything. Because you are the light. I think that's the idea. That's what Stickman is trying to get me to figure out, which I agree. In him we live and move and have our being. Acts 17:28. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there, yes. Psalm 139:8. So whether I'm in hell or in heaven or whatever you'd like to think, God is there. Because you are God. So that is this part of the video I'm making on this side. Now we're going to move to the other side. These colors and shapes are just representative of your so-called your path of inner knowing. They represent your inner knowing, and it all comes from within, because the world is without. So let's go to this side. Omnipresent, omnipotent. God is love. 1 John 14:8. Neither death nor life shall separate us. Romans 8:38-39. Again, all is one, one is all. As I write down here, all is one, one is all. Seek within, for the world is without, and as above, so below. That's the monad, or God. And as I've mentioned in other videos, this means like breathing, life. If you don't breathe, you won't live. Everything expands and contracts. Everything begins and ends, but there's always the all and the nothing. It never goes away. It never ceases to be. The kingdom of heaven is within. Luke 17:21. Indeed, ye are gods and children of the Most High. Psalm 82:6. He hath dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. It's all within. It's all within, because the world's without. Always in the being. I can hear the thunder. Going to be lightning too. Oh yeah. Yeah. Did I do that one? Psalm 91.1. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Psalm 91.1. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know I am God. So if I'm saying that or reading that, I am God. You are too. That is, Psalm 46:10. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. No matter what, through wars, through hell on earth, whatever you want to think. You are the essence of the all. So there's nothing to fear. Psalm 23:4. So when you get that inner knowing and understanding or inner standing of your essence, your being, your balance, the divine creation of the all and the nothing, then this all of these ideas and concepts start to resonate, and you are stable. Calm, at peace, balanced. Your spiritual authority. Now, authority doesn't mean over other people. Not better than, not worse than. You have the authority within to be balanced and to know, understand, understand, or however you'd like to think of it, as oneness with the all and the nothing. So that's why I said in the beginning, believe no man or machine that tells you otherwise. Love is the eternal, undisputed power, energy, or whatever you want to call it, unconditional. Of the universe, of all creation. And if someone else on the outside, in the without, says otherwise, well, this says you are, because you're the all and the nothing. Emanation of oneness, of love, and that's here's, if you want to call it the monad or God, which is you. And as I said, this represents you going through the gates with all the protection and internal knowing and power that you are. Not that you're going to, when you pass on or whatever, you're going to come to gates and they open up and there are people or beings that are judging you. No. Not in that sense, no. It's the judgment is meant to judge meant. Meant is your mind, because all is mind. So it's your inner work that you get these representations to use your wisdom and discernment, the mind, and go through the process of inner knowing. Now, as I've done in other videos, they're pushing all these DMT, and I was on XYZ for 1 month in a study, and I saw this and that in beings and all that kind of. To go from, if we're thinking this linear thing, to go from here to here within minutes of taking some drugs, and now you know everything. Well, I'm afraid it's probably a little different than that. The capacity of man's world, man in his normal so-called condition, is not able to interpret and process and deal with the all and the nothing in its essence, in whatever form that is, in that way. You can try, you can do whatever you want, no judgment. What I'm saying is, this is a divine process that everyone has, or had, or is, or will be doing themselves. And it happens so-called naturally. Drugs, external drugs, regardless of what they are, is not going to make it any faster or any better. You're not going to see God. Well, everything is God. But what God are you going to see? And when you meet these so-called elements of God, are you going to be able to deal with it? Can you process it? Digest? In addition, you'll bring remnants back to this condition, and that will also affect the way you are interacting with this so-called reality. So, are you ready? I'm not judging. Be still and know. Relax. There's no rush. Remember, turtle time. So, I understand. People say things or do things, or you have an issue. Again, the outer world is a reflection of you, in a way. So, you're just dealing with all these issues, and to have any extra external antagonistic or noisy pestilence, whether man or machine or whatever you want to call it or them, is not really necessary. It's not necessary. But if you want to do that, that's up to you. I'm not going to judge, nor is anybody else. They shouldn't judge either. Only you can judge yourself. Or only you can figure out what you do, not anyone else. They might, if you find the ones who are more compassionate and so-called oneness with the all, sure. When you can find them. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I always go back down to here first. This is a pyramid. It's a shape. There's the abyss. This process is discussing this. We're getting out of the abyss of the hell in our own making or doing in our life. And we're climbing out of that to see the light. The true light, which means unconditional, eternal love. Basically, that's it. That's what the Stickman is telling me. And so, ultimately, everyone will understand this, and know. That's the great promise. That's the truth. That's the truth. So, I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters, because I want to go for my walk and do other things, or be other things, or just be. So I'm going to end it there. Alive, dwelling in the garden, Saigon. It's now. Ciao. And check out my other videos if you like. They're listed at the end of the video. Thank you. Bye.